They take me to see the judge. Judge grants bail. My bail was like 50 bands, but you had to put up no capital. I'm keep on it. Just needed somebody to sign off on the 50 bands. So my girl signed off on it. She got proof of income and all that. Then I'm out the courthouse after that, but had me tight. Like now, a few weeks go by, we get the discovery paperwork. Now before I left the courthouse, I had to check into some shit called pre-trial. So pre-trial is basically like pre-trial, like before you go to trial or before your verdict is rendered, and you got to check in with them, surrender passport and all that and all that. They come do a house visit. You got to check in with them. What was my check-in? My check-in was every 2 weeks. So I had to check in phone every 2 weeks and check in person every twice a month. So check in once a month in person, check in once a month via the phone. So I had to go all the way to Brooklyn, Bronx to Brooklyn once a month, and I had to still work my job. So I had to finagle my way and all that. Top of the morning, I'm headed to Brooklyn. Yeah, that whole process had me tight. Got to send proof of income, proof of this every month. It just was like a headache for real. Like this whole federal process was a headache. But anyways, moving on. I finally get the paperwork, like the official charges, discovery and all that. Tell me why sis jammed us both up. She went to go work for TSA and all that. And you know how you do a TS, like when you work for the government and all that, city job, state job, government related job, they ask you first, like, have you ever committed a crime? Have you ever been convicted of a crime? Like, and you're supposed to tell them, you're supposed to tell them what they need to know, because if they find out, you might not get the job and all that. She going to tell them we went to go rob the bank. Like, why would you tell them that? They not, if you're not convicted for that, they don't worry about stuff that you did. Like, they can prove. Like, so I'm looking at Discovery. She made it's called the guarantee warning. That's basically like you're supposed to be able to tell your employer something, and they can't use it against you to not hire you or something like that. So she wrote in the statement, committed fraud with Cuffy. He lives here. He from over here. I'm like, what? I'm reading Discovery, like, no way. So that's the guarantee warning. So that's not official yet. But from that seed she planted, came into the big federal indictment. Like, she planted the seed and it grew into a federal indictment. Like, why even tell them that? I should have me mind blown. Like, I can't believe it. So, anyways, now at this point, she still had a chance to realize what she was doing. Like, we all watched Power. Like, you're not supposed to speak to law enforcement without a lawyer. So then they had a federal, on the paper it said federal authority, like a federal authority figure came to talk to her. Federal law enforcement came to talk to her. She told him the same thing. Coffee, hit him up. He told me about some money move that I asked him if he still was linked, still was jinking and all that, still wave, and that was history. So they pulled up the Facebook data, because she said how she contacted me through Facebook. They put up the Facebook data, they pull up the phone records, they pull up the iCloud. So now it's like once you plant that seed, they have a right to investigate. So now it's like they investigating everything from 2020. What was this? 2020 towards the end of 2021, but they could go back like 7 months, 8 months. So I'm like, oh man, you just jammed both of us up. Like, how you do that? Like, we faking the news and all that. Like, if you Google TSA agent bank fraud, gonna pop right up. You're gonna see sis name and all that. Like, I can't believe it. Like, that was like just the stupidest thing ever. Like, but anyways, you feel me? So I'm looking at all the paperwork and all that. At first, we was going to take it to trial, me and my lawyer, because it's like, so what? He signed this her account. I'm telling the lawyer, like, listen, it's not going to be me on camera depositing that check. It's not going to be me on camera taking the money out. So what can we do with that? He like, oh, no, we probably could beat this then. Then a few months later, now you got to remember, even though that's the initial investigation, they still do more investigation. So now, like I said, since they got my Facebook name, they got my number now, they access my iCloud data. Rookie mistake. Like, you feel me? If you're gonna be in this lane, don't have no iCloud data saved, backed up. You feel me? Like, you're not even. If you're not thinking about it, you better think about it now. Because now I'm like, dang, this was like silly for me to be so smart. That was the easiest way to get caught. You feel me? Because it's like all of it is backed up, so they could look at all your past history, what you was doing. So it was like, so now they see They see other Facebook messages me trying to get some money. They seeing other stuff in my iCloud about me getting some money. Like, so now they tell the lawyer this, like, listen, if he don't cop out to this, we gonna charge him with everything else we found. Like, we probably can't. It's probably gonna take us a little more work to connect these dots, but we gonna go crazy if you don't catch. If you feel me? If you don't cop out right now. I'm like, oh my God. Then I started thinking 2021 pandemic. Y'all know what's going on during the pandemic. So it's like, let me not make this worse than what it is. You feel me? I told my lawyer, give me the deal. Like, you feel me? Like, this is my first felony. What is it? My classification going to be low and all that, and it's for money. So it's like, and it's for 22 billions. Like, it's not like I seen people get indicted for millions and still come home. So I knew I was coming home. But only thing that was like crazy is just that the fact that it's like it's I think they call it CBJ, CJB, like the federal public defendant, like prosecutor, federal prosecutor defender, whatever their names are. So it's just like that's what's making it crazy because like they trying to say like you stealing from a federal prosecutor. Like that was like the whole point of the case because you feel me? Like, you know how people get the stems and government checks. So they was trying to focus on that and try to make an example out of me. I'm like, oh man, hope they gonna try to go crazy. But anyways, I cops out. I go to court. They the prosecutor going crazy. Like we recommend 6 months. Like we recommend them. That's my max. So my sentence is from 0 to 6 months based on my classification and my classification and all that. Like I was a low classification, but the max you could sentence me is 0 to 6 months. So they wanted 6 months. My lawyer, my lawyer's a public defender, so he's telling them like basically like he had his check. Like I had my check stolen too. So it's like it's not that serious and all that. Pardon the noise too. My block, man, noisy. Spanish people go crazy in the Bronx, but you got to get through it. But anyways, so my public defender, like, I had checks stolen. Like, it was reissued. Like, that's a systematic error because why y'all don't do direct deposit and all that. So he, feel me, letting them know, like, this is not that big of a deal how the prosecutor trying to make it be, but the prosecutor just trying to, feel me, check his book and get his tallies up because that's an easy win for him. So we go to court. I had to go to court like 2, 3 different times for my sentences because the judge trying to figure out like how was he even able to cash this check without the person identity? Like it's just like did he use identity? Like is it identity theft? Like the judge is not understanding how this is possible. Like he just put it in the ATM and they cleared the money. Like what? Like this doesn't make no sense because it's like judge can't believe it. Like how was it that easy? You feel me? But it do be that easy. You feel me? Word. Like that's a systematic flaw in the banking system. But anyways, the judge started telling him like judge told the prosecutor because they had like statements from other people that got these checks stolen and from the person that's check was stolen. Like he like yo, we throwing that out because it's not like that. They not even here. Like that don't even count. So the shout out to the judge for doing that. Judge committee was his name. Like he wasn't really too heavy on me. He just was like, all right, this is like a drop in the bucket. He said it like only 22 bands. Like that's it. Like drop in the bucket. So they ended up giving me probation and all that. So shit had me tight. But now it's like this whole process is just crazy because now I gotta check in every month. I gotta fill out documents, piss tests. It's like this whole shit is just the blow. Like it's better than being in jail. Don't get me wrong. I take my freedom any day, but this whole process is the blow. And the fact that all this came up and it just was handed to the government on a civil platter basis, like, oh, she told us that y'all scam. We did our little feel me, iCloud investigation. We called up Meta platforms. We called up Apple. Yo, we need the data on such and such coffee. This is number. And then, they just hand over everything. Because anything that any public company, any publicly traded company, or any company that's US based and the federal government called them, they giving up everything because they know you play with us, we're gonna make things hard for you. So they're gonna play ball. Yeah, here go everything on them. We don't know like this is a low nigga. This is a low nigga on the totem pole. Give up everything. It's not like I'm Mark Zuckerberg. You feel me? They're not gonna give up information to the CEO, but I'm just a person that uses their platform. I'm just a person that uses Apple. You feel me? Just use Tim Cook products and all that, Steve Jobs products. So they get them out of here and send everything in. Had me tight, man. But hey, could have been worse because you feel me? Like I said, they found other stuff about the pandemic, and all that. And if they would have just did a little more research, could have been a way messier situation. So, you gotta take your win You gotta take your losses. Like, could have been way worse. So I'm glad to have my freedom, but it's just crazy how they snapped me during my birthday because it was exactly 1 year ago today. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, that was just a bad week. 2024 just was like not a good year for me. I'm not gonna lie to you, but here I am, y'all, telling you my story. Like, better be able to tell it than not tell it. You feel me? Or better be able to tell it from this seat than tell it from a jail cell on a cold. Feel me? Any day, but yeah, that's just a day in the life. Feel me? Real life, real movie. This how shit goes, man.